Ew, mama. Hello everyone, my name is Sofia and today we are going to talk about the movie Count of Monte Cristo by Kevin Reynolds. It was all about Edmond Dantes, a young sailor who was falsely accused of treason and was betrayed by his own friends. Dantes was then imprisoned in an island called Chateau d'If for 13 years. There he was mistreated. He was whipped on his back every year for 13 years. He wanted to end his life. He lost his faith in God until he met Abba Faria, a co-prisoner who was a priest. Abba Faria taught him everything he needs to learn in life. Abba Faria, on the other hand, has been talking about certain treasures he owned. He even has a map of it. He wanted to get it as soon as he escaped the prison, but unfortunately, death has stricken him. He never got the chance to get it. But before his last breath, he gave Dantes the honor of owning the treasures. Dantes then used these treasures to plot his long-wished revenge on those who betrayed him. The movie became a hit after its release, just like how the novel garnered attention during its time. I liked the movie. I like the story. The cinematography, the dialogues are very compelling. It hyped the section and made us watch the movie without batting a single eye. We anticipated every scene of the movie. The movie was really good. The choice of actors as well, hands down. Jim Caviezel as Edmond Dantes and The Count of Monte Cristo, perfectly done. Guy Pearce as Fernand Mondego, absolutely insane. He irked me throughout the movie. And as antagonist, he's doing a great job. Hands down to the both of them. Every scene was breathtakingly intense, especially the fight scene during the last part of the movie. I was anticipating every second of it. The dialogues of the characters were very well delivered that even students, including me, were affected of it. The line that struck me the most was Edmond Dantes, "I am a count, not a saint." I had goosebumps all over my body after hearing that because I could relate to it to the highest level. Edmond Dantes has every right to get angry. He was falsely accused. He was betrayed. His fiancée was taken away from him. His father died. Things like that could damage a human. And Dantes was just a human. He could feel sadness. He could feel anger. He wants to do revenge. I relate to the highest level because me, myself, I am a very patient person. But when things get out of hand, when things are in my capabilities already, when people step in the line, I get angry. I get the urge to do things that could satisfy me. That line really made me connect to Edmond Dantes as a person. It was the line that tells us that Dantes has limits too. He's just like us. He's a human. His escaping scene also had me nervous. Not just me, the whole class were standing up, anticipating every scene, every second of it. I applaud his cleverness. Who would have thought that way? Who would have thought? No spoilers, just watch the movie. It was so clever. The final scene really had me in tears. I was so happy for Dantes. Dantes deserved it. Dantes deserved it. After all the things he's been through, he deserves it. A life full of happiness, no worries. A family of his own. Although women were not really inclined in the plot, I could still see an issue about them. Mercedes, Dante's fiance, didn't have choice but to marry someone for her convenience. The moment she found out she was pregnant of Dante's child, which she thought was dead, she has to marry someone. It's just sad to see people treating women like that. Women were not created to be possessions. We are not anyone's possession but ourselves. We own ourselves. We own us. Women like Mercedes, I feel sorry for them. Mercedes had to marry someone she didn't even love because she has to save herself and her child from public scrutiny. Even until now, women are still judged by getting pregnant without a father because apparently it is a crime. On the other hand, Marxism is depicted throughout the movie. It was evident in the movie. It was easy for the elite antagonists to frame Dantes up merely because he was illiterate and poor, making him defenseless. Renee, the prosecutor at the time, was persuaded by Fernand to fabricate Dante's death. Renee made Dantes suffer for 13 long years for a crime he did not even commit. You can really see the difference between the elite and the poor, because with the power the elite has, the poor becomes defenseless. Really visible how can the elite manipulate the poor just like a marionette. The movie Count of Monte Cristo shows us how hard events in our lives create tougher versions of ourselves. It showed us how a naive young sailor was turned into a ruthless, cold count just because of betrayal. But on the brighter side, it showed us that no matter how altered, how falsified justice is, it will always prevail in the end. The Count of Monte Cristo is 100 out of 10. It was good. So that ends my critic review of the movie Count of Monte Cristo. I hope you could really give it a watch. Okay, the movie is really worth your time. So again, I'm Sofia van Antonionni C. Pumar, and this is my practical exam in Teacher Bell's Literature 10. Bye!